What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and welcome back to another SparkNotes Spanish vocabulary flashcards study session. All right, so here is the SparkNotes vocabulary study cards that I'll be using, and again, it comes with 1,000, and I also found out that um, I don't think they make these anymore. But when they did make these, they made an additional 1,000 Spanish vocabulary study cards set. So it's like one 1,000 set, and then there's another set that has 1,000 too. Just putting that out there. All right, so I'm going to do, as usual, a total of 10 study cards, maybe a little more. And I'm going to do translations from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English. And I'm going to start with going from Spanish to English. So let's start with our first card. And by the way, this isn't planned. This is totally spontaneous and at the moment. So again, this either is going to show how much I know Spanish or how much I don't know Spanish. All right. All right, so the English word we have is cap. Cap. C-A-P, cap. All right, and I'm not looking, so we got cap. So the translation for cap, I think, is gorra. Double R. Or double L. Double L. So gorra. I think that's it. So let's check. Am I right? La gorra. All right, I got it. Okay. All right. Checkpoint for me. All right. So that was the first one we got. So let's. All right. Next we have fat, plump. All right, so fat, plump. All right. So I think that is gordo, gorda. I think that could be it. I don't know. Probably could be some other things too. Let's say gordo, gorda. Yep, gordo, gorda. All right, all right. Check for me. 2 checkpoints for me. All right. All right, let's go to the next one. Government. Government. I feel like I should know this one. I think I'm going to get the words confused with like governor and government. Um, I think it's gobernero. I think gobernero. I should know this one. All right, gobernero. I think gobernante is governor, so gobernero perhaps. Gobierno. Okay, well, I was on the right track, but I was wrong. El gobernero. Gobernero. Binero. Need some practice with the pronunciation. El gobierno. All right. So that was number 3. Let's move on to the next one. All right. So tour. Tour. All right. I think the word for tour is hero. Giro. Hero. I think. Probably could be other words too. Hero. Let's check. And also, Hero Postal could mean like a post, well, money order, or like at least a post office money order or something. Oh, it's La Hira. Oh, okay. La Hira, not El Hero. 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 Hira. Okay. Tour. La Hira. Okay. All right. I was close. Again, that gender. Gotta watch the gender. I was on the right track though. So 2 for 2, I guess. 2 right, 2 wrong. Okay. Number 5, we have people. 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 All right. So for people, la gente. Like la gente. I guess personas can also work too, but I think for some reason I think they're going to choose la gente here instead of las personas. Let's check if I'm right. La gente. Correct. Correct. All right, so that was 5, and I got 3 right and 2 wrong. You know, la hira, and another one. What's the other one I got? Uh, Gobierno. Bierno. Gobierno. I can't pronounce that word. It's to save my life right now. Yeah, I got those 2 wrong. Right. Yeah. I was on the right track with them, but I got them wrong. Alright. Alright. So we're going to go from Spanish to English now, which should be easier. Alright, so the Spanish word we have, I already did that one. So the Spanish word we got this time is la garganta. La garganta. Yeah, garganta. Alright, la garganta. And that means throat. Let's check if I'm right. Ching, 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 ching. Yep, I am right. La garganta. I feel like I may have already did this one before. I'm not sure. All right. Next word. Yeah, I already did that one. Next word. Spanish to English. So, el fútbol americano. El fútbol americano. Americano. So, literally translated American football, but we'll just call it football. So let's check if I'm right. Football. Check, check. Because in Spanish, el fútbol is soccer. So that's why they had to add American to it. All right. So that was 7. Let's go on to number 8. Número 8. Okay. Spanish word we got is la galleta. La galleta. La galleta. And that means cookie, I think. I've also seen, like I heard a Spanish speaking woman refer to a cracker as a galleta too. Not a galleta de soda, but just a galleta. Because officially it's like galleta de soda is a cracker and galleta is a cookie. Let's check if I'm right. Cookie. Yeah. La galleta. Cookie. All right, so that was 8. All right. Here's the next one. I already did that one. Okay, let's see. Some new ones here. Fresco. That's a little easy. Fresco, fresca. Um, Fresco, fresca means fresh. Fresh, cool. That was 9. I guess I can do I'll do maybe an extra one. All right. So next one we got is la fresa. La fresa. Okay. La fresa. And that means strawberry. Yeah, strawberry. That was number 10. All right. Let's maybe do one more, perhaps 2 more. All right, this one's pretty easy too. El francés. Francés. El francés. El francés. Francis. And that means French, like the language. And also it could mean like the people and the culture as well. Other people. French. All right. And I'll do one more. And for this one, I'll go from English to Spanish. So this one, raspberry. All right. I just recently actually learned the word for raspberry too. It actually has the word for raspberry has roots in. It comes from like a Germanic language actually. I'm not sure. It may come from German, that Germanic language. Let's check. One sec. Okay, so here's the origin. I know this is a bit much, but let me do this because I was actually studying words, Spanish words of Germanic origin. I remember downloading this article, well, 2 articles a few years ago, that dealt with words of Germanic origin. And the word for raspberry, which, by the way, is frambuesa. Let's check to see if I'm right. La frambuesa, correct, has Germanic origins. It originally comes from the word, a Dutch word called Brambesi, and then it went into the German language as Brombeer or Brombere. I'm not sure about German. And then it got to the English language as bramble. From the Anglo-Saxon language, brimble, or the Anglo-Saxon language for the word brimble. So yeah, I just found this a bit cool because I was studying words of Germanic origin, and I'm like, hey, this is one of the words on the list. And also the list doesn't deal with, it deals with like words of Germanic origin that aren't like the recent contributions, like because of like technology and sports and stuff like that. It's more so the words from like that entered the language like way back when, a long time ago. So yeah, there you have it. I guess you could say, as you can see, Spanish is, a passion, when it comes to Spanish. You know, I am a Spanish head. You know, a Spanish geek, a Spanish language geek. You know, a Spanish language head. Um, but yeah, all right. So thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. You know, I appreciate the feedback, the comments, and the support very much. Adios and goodbye for now. Frambuesa. La frambuesa. Awesome. And you know, also one more thing I want to mention about that list. That list, the list for Germanic English, Spanish words of Germanic origin, it has a lot of. There's some words on that list that aren't really used anymore, but I found it pretty cool that it's a word that's on this list that I actually can use in real life. You know, like oh, no me gusta las frambuesas. You know, porque hay muchas semillas. See? All right. Adios and goodbye for now. And this demasiadas semillas.